Tēnā tātou, nei rā te mihi ati. Kia koutou, no mahara mai ki te Whakaminenga o Kāpiti. So we'll jump straight into it. Koro Don, are you able to open us, please?
Kia ora Naomi, kia ora tātou. I rota rā I tēnei hui, ko te ati anō ki runi a mātou. I tēnei wā, ngā mihi nui. Kei hoa, tēnei. Ko tātiu ki runi a mātou I tēnei wā. Nō reira, tahuri nā o ku mihi kia koe e hemi. E hemi, tēnā koe Jim. Te wā e noho mai rā koe he pau mo te rōpu nā hinarang. Ane rā, taku mihi nui kia koe ko tau mai, I wānui a mātou mo tēnei o tātou hui. Nō reira nau mai hara mai. Hui raunu ki tō tātou whare, tēnā koutou kia ora tātou katoa. Kia tau, kia mātou, te ata whai o tā mātou āriki ai hukraiti ki runi a mātou. Ko koe rā te ringa arahari mātou mo tēnei o tātou hui, mai te tīmata tanga taino atu ki te mutunga. Tukuna mai rā o manaakitanga, o māramatanga, o mahanatanga ki runi a mātou, ke hare paita mātou hui. Ana ka noho takitahi mātou ki te kōrero takitahi, tā te mutunga, he whakaaro ko tahi rā, a puta mai roto I tēnei hui, ake, amen. Kia ora tātou.
Kia ora, thank you, Koro Don. Do we have any apologies? Yep, Deanna Rudd.
Just check whether we've had apologies from Councillor Coop. No? Maybe. Oh, he's not trying to zoom in or anything, is he? No. Okay.
Kapai. Do we need to move to accept apologies?
Well, no, it's not a member of the committee.
Yeah.
It's really only Deanna, so no, we won't need to.
Okay,
Yeah.
kapai. All right, okay, moving next item. Public speaking time. We don't have anyone here for public speaking time. Kapai. Additional agenda items. So I have two on my list. One is the item that you raised, Kirst, around induction in new councillor processes. And the other one is the Te Whakaminenga o Kāpiti review, and as part of that, looking to speak to the request of mātāwaka groups, or how mātāwaka groups will be represented potentially in what the future of Te Whakaminenga looks like. So we'll pick those items up for discussion after we've moved through to our, once we've moved through the agenda, so probably at about 6.5. Confirmation of minutes is our next item. The recommendation here is that the minutes of the Te Whakaminenga meeting on the 7th of December 2021 be accepted as a true and correct record, and that the minutes of the Te Whakaminenga o Kāpiti meeting of 3 May 2022 be accepted as a true and correct record. Do I have someone to move?
Oh, kia ora.
You want to take matters?
I just had a little amendment.
Kapai.
Is that where we...
Yep.
Is now the time? Just on page 12, number 8, where it talks about treaty settlements, if we could just amend the Ngā Hapu o Takia partway through the hearings to Ngāti Raukawa partway through their hearings. And then also there's just some typos throughout in the set of minutes. To be corrected.
So I think that you could move to accept the minutes, noting the changes that have been requested, and we'll sort those typos.
Okay.
Ka pai. So we will move that the minutes are true and correct on the, what was the word you used? Proviso? Yeah. On the proviso that we would make the corrections raised by Kirsten. And Kirsten, you're happy to move? Can we get someone to second, please? That can be me, yeah. Okay. That's the minutes. Approved. All those in favour, say aye. Opposed? Carried. I'm losing my place on my thing. Okay. So now we're up to our main items on the agenda, and we have Matua Jim here to speak about the Takutai Kāpiti. Kia ora Matua. The time is yours. Yeah. If you're ready, we can.
Not a problem at all. Thank you. Thank you for your welcome. And I was trying to work out earlier what exactly this meeting did. So I've been trying to find out a few bits and pieces. We on the panel, the Kāpiti Advisory, Coastal Advisory Panel, have been putting together with the, I guess, the delays, inevitable delays caused by COVID, putting together the program and just started our outreach into the community down here a couple of days ago. But what we're doing, and I'd have to thank the Kāpiti Council for producing a lot of, I think, very useful material that we can distribute to people who inquire and so forth. What we're trying to do is get people to understand that there's an opportunity for them to have their say. And that's either online, come and see us when we're out meeting the people in the community, or in any other way they like. What we want to make certain is that whatever happens this time around, and I use this, I wasn't here 10 years ago, I arrived just after the last attempt to look at coastal issues around the Kapiti coast. And I remember saying at my first meeting here a few days after we arrived down Timoana Road in the little hall that the lines might have come off the titles, but the oceans didn't read maps, so the oceans didn't care whether there was lines on maps or there wasn't. The oceans would come when the oceans would come, and it would be better for us to be prepared, we as a community and society. And it's one of the reasons why I was prepared to go on to the panel, because I think a society that prepares is in better shape to deal with issues as big as climate change and rising sea levels and all of that than a society that doesn't prepare. So we're trying to prepare. The team on the panel, I think, are working well. Well, I know they're working well. We have a big team of support workers behind us from the council providing support, and of course the council has employed various agencies, but mainly Jacob, to advise them on the technical matters associated with coastal adaptation. And on the panel, of course, we have put on Professor Martin Manning, who is one of the top climate scientists everywhere. So sitting in with us on every meeting is, of course, an expert, if to use that term. So we have someone there who knows the detail very, very well. He helped write the first UN report. So we're well situated in that respect. Looking at iwi here, we're still waiting for a full complement of iwi members to be on the panel, and frankly, the sooner the better from my perspective, so that we have all perspectives and all viewpoints in the discussion from the beginning. I think now we're moving to what I describe as the real work of the panel, and that is to be out in the community. And I'm not sure what's happening at Mahara Place in Waikanae at the moment. It was to be a meeting there today, then they, I think, postponed because of the weather. Wasn't sure the weather was going to be suitable. But I hope I think somebody's going to be there just in case a stray wanders through. And this outreach to the community, which the panel very, very keen to do, very enthusiastic about. We have no idea how many people are going to come forward. Here in Paraparaumu, in the library, a couple of days back, there were only 2. Both had substantive points they wanted to make. I'll make that point. These weren't just grizzlers. They had substantive points. One was also a climate scientist. And that was very helpful, very valuable, and I thought it was a good discussion. And one was across, well, I think he lives here, but his family in the South Wairarapa, where they're testing out new seawalls. And I'm sure the Kāpiti Council will be interested in that, because it's not just a solid wall, it's a more broken wall, and I'm sure does better to break up the waves, the big waves. And man, there were some big waves down the beach yesterday.